The people have questions, and they sent in some questions on Twitter and Instagram, flooding my inbox, your inbox, so I'm going to just ask them what they want to know. You've covered a lot of different wars. What's this war like? Different, huh?
Well, I mean, I think what we're seeing here that is a surprise to me is the speed with which 1 million people have been able to cross the border out of Ukraine certainly into Poland. 475,000 are here in Poland. In most of the wars I've covered, the infrastructure was already so bad that you could never possibly have had a train system or cars that could get people out. And this systematic way of bringing them in to, as I say, Poland, the shelter that we were at was remarkable in its infrastructure. These people are in a safe, I know they're in a mall. It's horrifying. Their lives have been turned upside down in a matter of days, but they have solid walls, they have cots, they have food, they have a next stop. They don't know what it is yet, but they know that the people of Poland are doing everything they can to try to find them homes. And I think that's what strikes me the most, is we're seeing such a welcoming and an effort by other countries to do what they can. And in so many wars I've covered, it's not like that. They end up in a blue tarpaulin in the pouring rain, with the rain coming through the tent, with no food and crying babies. We're seeing all of the other humanitarian crises unfold here, but thank the Lord, these people actually are in warmth. They're in a safe country for the moment. That, though, is the big question. How long? Because Vladimir Putin is unpredictable. Nobody thought he'd invade Ukraine, and look where we are a week later.
Well, it's funny, when we were at the border yesterday and we could see sort of literally 20 feet away from us, that was Ukraine. Not a lot of distance there.
No.
I know I've seen you talking to a lot of the locals here. What have they been telling you about the level of anxiety?
Mm-hmm. I think that's really the number one word, is anxiety. The people I've been speaking to, the Polish people, the people who've been helping the war refugees, the ones with the, bringing in the cots, bringing in the food, they're all afraid. They're using the word fear. They're scared. And it is because of the unpredictability of this. They don't know. They've been here before. Their grandparents have been here before. They don't want to go back there again. And, through some unprovoked act of madness, here they find themselves. It's such a tragic, needless loss of life, but war always is.
Okay, well, final question. I got a lot of questions asking us, how we put a newscast together away from the studio, remote location. I know, I know it takes a lot of teamwork, but let's give people a sense of our day, and especially working in this time zone.
Yeah, well, it's great in the sense that we are in the same time zone as, Paul Workman is in Lviv, Omar Sachedina also in Ukraine, Danielle Hamamjian is here in Poland, also based at the border, Geneviève Beauchemin is in London. So we're able in the early morning to all communicate, find out what are the big storylines of the day, which of course changed 1,000 times before the newscast airs at 10 p.m. on CTV News Channel in Canada, Eastern Time. But we basically then go get our own story, find our own story. What is resonating where we are? This is a fascinating place, Krakow. It's so connected to the Second World War and the Nazi regime that made this their home base. And I think I've talked about that before on Instagram. I feel so cool saying that. But then what do? Then it's darkness. It's 6 p.m. local time. We've had a full day's work. We come back and we start our full day's work because of the time zone change. We start working on the newscast, looking at all the elements, getting information from Canada, what's happening there. Chrystia Freeland is giving a press conference. What she's saying, we need an item out of Canada based on the oligarchs and what Canada's going to do about them, or what has the Prime Minister said with weapons coming in. So it really is the most incredible team effort you can imagine, with the big Atlantic between us. And then slowly, slowly, the team actually filters down. It's you and your laptop in whatever facility you have and hoping your Wi-Fi works. That is so key. And especially for Danielle and Omar and Paul, it's always a question mark. How is the feed capability going to be to get their stories out? Rosa, my executive producer, and absolute sidekick on stories like this, I couldn't do it without her. We write the show as much as we can with our writers in Toronto, try to make it flow, try to give people a sense of the volume, the scope of this, and bring it right down to why do you need to care about this? Why does it matter to the average Canadian? And it does, because this, you know, maybe for the first time, this is hard to say, this is about all of us. You know, you can cover a war in Afghanistan and a war in Iraq. This war is a reminder of what our grandparents told us about, the Second World War. It's the same geography, and it's a terrifying situation, as all war is terrifying. At the end of the day, what time is it when we get up on this roof and bring the broadcast to Canada? So basically it's about a 18 to 20 hour day. A lot of coffee, a lot of Diet Coke. There you go. That's a long way to say it is, the risks are always worth it when you're shining a light on a story that is as important as this one is, to everyone in this world.